What up, campers, gamblers, punters, hustlers, low baggers? Happy October 3rd to all of you. Thank you for watching Sportsbook Review. This is Betting with the Bag. We got a lot of work to do. I was not here on the morning show. Shout out to Babano, Ian Cameron for looking after me. But I'm pumped for this show, and I'm pumped for the $50,000 Pick Six show at 7:30 p.m. with the boss and the sauce, DJ Big Boss and Big Ragu. But we have a ton of work to do because in 29 minutes, we're going to be joined by the very own DJ Big Boss. We're going to start on the wild card game. Hopefully, I've touched on it a little bit. The second wild card game, the Dodgers game. And then we're going to talk about college football tonight and moving forward. Then at 6:15, Flash is going to join us. We're going to talk about this Thursday night of Rams-Seahawks and the moves Flash has made on this week's card. So, for me, I get the next up to 29 minutes to talk NHL, where I eat. Started the year 1-0 plus 1.7 units. I said I was only going to make one bet a day. I'm making two. I'm making two bets, all right? I'm making two. Said I was only going to make one. I'm making two today. Shout out to all the cappers in the chat. NHL Parlay Bagger, Geghard, Omar J. Legend says, trust me, I like the Bruins. I'm from Boston, but Dallas Stars are tough at home. I hear you. Omar J. says, I'm actually looking at Washington versus Dodgers first five over 3.5. I hear that too. Omar J. Legend in the house. Dear Slayer Ski says, my brother cashed it over in the Leafs game, then tailed you on the Knights 2-0. Great way to start the NHL season. Tonight, taking the Stars. Let's get them. Dear Slayer Ski says, Braves up 1-0. Alex Ramirez, play the days of Braves. And NHL parlay baggers on the Lightning and the Rangers. Dennis Garcia says, Rangers overhyped, but I just don't like situation for Winnipeg here. Oh, Rangers overhyped, but I don't like situation for Winnipeg here. Look, we saw what Winnipeg did last year. They were like 17, 16 points worse than the year before? They continue that downward motion. Riku Roxas, Ron Lofton, Casano Magic, not applicable. Not applicable said, I said Ottawa would shit the bed. Look, I don't even think they did, losing 5-3 to the Leafs. I don't know if that is considered a bed shitting. There's Maxwell Smart, Leafs, nice work. Dina Lombardo says, thank you for your picks. Dina, thank you for being here. Low Bag Fam, Walla Dose, Christopher Walker, Cove Coleon, Mr. Rizzo, Lil Ray 21, Brandon Lugo, Nick the Slick, Dustin H. All right, let's get to work right now. Nate Dogg in the house. Okay, I'm going to go over my first two NHL plays, explain them. Also, I bet them, but I haven't locked them in here on the show, so we're going to line shop for them. And it's pretty predictable. If you know how I cap, you know the teams that I like to fade, and I make mistakes every year on certain teams that I fade. 2 years ago, I didn't handle the Knights right. I wasn't fading them. I did in the playoffs against the Kings in the first round and just took it right in the drink hole. But I was leaving a ton of money on the table. Last year was the Habs, the Montreal Canadiens. I was fading them, and it was a mistake. But I'm studying this roster over and over and over again with the Montreal Canadiens. And I know Mohamed Jomo was here with us. He would tell us why they're going to be good. And I do trust Mohamed Jomo, but I look at this Habs lineup with Deneau starting center, Tatar starting winger. Now, I love Brendan Gallagher, highest scorer in Vancouver Giants history, but Deneau and Tatar are not first liners. Their second line's not good. I don't trust Druin. There's Brett Michaels, 2002 tour. What up, Brett Michaels? Look, Shadow went 3-1. I am taking the Carolina Hurricanes on the puck line -1.5. This is twofold. Like in my next bet, it's twofold as well. I'm fading one team because I don't believe in them, and I'm backing another team because I believe in them. That's the perfect storm, and I'm getting juicy numbers. -1.5 on the Hurricanes. I'm getting +185 at 5 dimes. That is 15 or 10 cents better than I got when I bet it at Bet365. Sure, Carolina made a surprising run, Eastern Conference Finals. Rod Brind'Amour is a hell of a coach. He demands accountability. He looks these guys in the eyes. He's been there and done that. He's fought the fights. As a player, he was in the dirty areas, and he expects that from his young forwards. They've moved Shevchenko off the first line to the second line. He's going to be incredible. I'm a little nervous that they moved him off the first line because I picked him very late in the hockey pool. Justin Williams, captain last season. He hasn't returned to the ice. Maybe he's retired. You know what? No disrespect to Justin Williams, but who cares? He's slow. You want leadership? You have it with Brind'Amour. You have it with Jordan Staal. You don't need Justin Williams out there. He's old. Now, no disrespect to Justin Williams. He stepped up in big games, but I don't care because we talk about it with the Coyotes, the toughest guy on their team's behind the bench, but Chaika's done nothing to fix that. What did he do to fix how soft of a team they were? They picked up Phil Kessel. Old sloppy tits. That's who's going to toughen up your team. Rod Brindamore is the same tough motherfucker. He knocked out Lindros. He knocked out Lindros in that locker room. I'm going to keep calling it dressing room. I hate saying locker room because it's a dressing room. He knocked out Lindros in that dressing room. He gave Lindros his worst concussion. He went up to management and said, who's going, me or him? And they picked him. And then what did he do? He went and won a Stanley Cup with the Hurricanes. How many cups have the Flyers won? None since Bernie Perron. And they're not going to win it. Well, maybe they will in the future because I'm a big Vigneault fan. All right. Brindamore brings the toughness. Sebastian Aho is going to be a top 10 player in the NHL this year. They have a ton of depth. Their first three lines are very strong. Mrazek split with McElhaney last year. He had the exact same save percentage overall as he did at home. It's time for him to take the reins and take care of it. Now, Price battled a bruised hand preseason. He's good to go. Price is a great goaltender. Tatar, Deneau, Gallagher, Weber still handling business as the number one defenseman. I underestimated this team's speed last year. The Hurricanes have a ton of speed. I underestimated how incredible of a coach Claude Julien is. Maybe I'll do it again. And there's Mohamed Joma, right when I thought he would be here. Oh, it's so funny. All right, Carolina Hurricanes -1.5 plus 185. You know I'm big on all of their futures. All right, there's my first action. Big, juicy spot. And here's another big, juicy spot for me. Big, juicy spot. I'm on the Nashville Predators. I'm getting that same plus 185 at 5 dimes. When I saw that I was getting plus 185 on the puck line, I was astonished. I could not believe what I was looking at. Let's start with the Predators, begin their quest for third consecutive Central Division title. Oh, let's see Nate Dogg's looks. Sorry, I'm missing looks. Sorry, you guys, I'm missing looks. Okay, missing looks. Here we go. There's Shadow. Going to copy and paste Shadow's looks. Okay, sorry, I need to get through all these games, and I'm pumped. And they gave me a morning off because of my 2 late shows. And I'm pumped, man. I couldn't be more pumped. Okay, where is it? Nate Dogg. Okay, Nate Dogg. Where's that? Copy and paste that. All right. Here we go. Anybody got plays you want me to copy and paste? Let me go. All right, let's keep rolling here. Keep rolling. Nashville Predators. I've got futures on them. I believe in them. Plus 400 to win the division. Plus 1,700 to win the conference? No, it's got to be plus 1,700 to win the cup. 1,700 to win the cup. Because the Avalanche were 12-1. Okay, let's keep rolling along. Predators begin their quest for their third consecutive Central Division title. They advanced to the Stanley Cup Final in 2017. They were bounced in the first round by a tough Dallas Star squad. They trade PK Subban to open up room to sign Matt Duchene. Look, I don't like Matt Duchene, but there was one thing missing from this team, and the reason why they could have gone on a run, but they had the worst power play in the National Hockey League. They need Duchene. I don't like him, but he fits the need for this hockey team. Third overall pick in 2009, coming off a career high 31 goals, 70 points. He has way more skill than that. This guy would probably make, or at least last year or 2 years ago, he would have made the Canadian Olympic team. And I got a high score of 70 points a season. I think he steps up here. There's Seuss, 387 in the house. Okay. Nashville opens the season by playing 4 straight and 10 of its first 14 at Bridgestone Arena. They could sweep that first 4. I expect them to. They capped a 5-1-0 preseason. They look very good. Johansson believes in himself. Wild finished 7 points out of the final Western Conference wildcard spot. Stopped that 6-year playoff run. They fire Paul Fenton. They hire Bill Guerin. Look, I'm a Bill Guerin fan. I'm a Bruce Boudreau fan. Minnesota opens the season 3 straight road games. They went 2-1-3 during the preseason. They get Mikko Koivu back. That's going to help. But he's an old guy to come off an ACL. And Matt Dumba is spectacular. He's so good. And he's back from the ruptured right pectoralis muscle. Russ Gordon said, Jimmy, check Twitter. Okay, I will. I'm in the middle of the show here right now, but I will. Russ Gordon, my guy. Predators -1.5 and plus 185. Those are my 2 looks. All right, that's my action. Now let's break down the rest of the games. Now I can be able to take in what you guys are saying here as well. I've got a play on this wild card game. We're going to get to that after we get through NHL. Panthers at Lightning. Let's go there right now. We're going to go to market moves. Those are my only 2 plays. Going to go, there's Red Girl in the house. Okay. Love you, Rosie. Love you so much. Okay. Florida, Tampa. Total is at 6.5. Open at minus 111, now minus 109. Tampa starts at minus 172, now minus 174. 2-cent move towards them. These Panthers and Lightning have been playing each other nonstop in preseason. Just like how the Sharks and the Knights played on Sunday night and it was 114 penalty minutes. These guys have been doing the same thing in preseason. So they play 3 preseason games against each other and they face off in each other's home openers. That's 5 times they're going to meet each other in 12 days. There was fights. There was 3 significant injuries. These guys don't like each other. And Knauskat says Bobano was fantastic. He is fantastic, spectacular. I love Bobano. God, he's incredible. All right, so Panthers finished 5th in that tough Atlantic division. I had futures on them the last 2 years, and I don't have futures on them this year. I don't know if I believe in the 7-year, $70 million deal for Bobrovsky, but they needed it, sure. Rem Most eyeing Arizona, Anaheim under 5.5, but that's up to minus 140 at some books, but I get that. We'll get to that. Okay, Marcellus Wallace coming in with picks. Okay, let me copy and paste that. Beautiful. Copied and pasted from Marcellus Wallace. Book it. Copied and pasted it. All right. I'm going to stay away from totals unless I have to make the bet. That's what I'm trying to do. Just for the first 2 weeks. Just for the first 2 weeks. Kevin Pine back in action. Okay, I love it. Vinny Cornell said, what happened to one play a day for the first 10 days? I had to do this. I had to make 2 bets today. I did not want to. But the value of getting these teams at home at plus 175, all I need is one of them to come through for a nice profit. I mean, I had to. I was forced to. I'm going to try to only make 1 a day. Maybe I'll make 0 some days. But I had to. Kevin Mine says, what do you think about the Rangers and Habs? I hammered Rangers. Jets team is depleted. They are, but I need to see this Rangers team play. I need to see them play. I like Trouba. I'm interested to see what Zibanejad does with Panarin. And I think Buchnevich can be a sniper, but I need to see them play. I'm confused sort of when I look up and down their lineup. And you know, they have the 2nd overall pick in the draft, 2018 draft. He's here, and he's moved off the first line, second line. I just need to watch them. Red Girl, Ottawa solo, over 2.5 cash, but money line not so good. Still, nice work. Okay, let's keep rolling. And Maxwell, smart in the house, love it. Take it easy. Ready to go. Okay, Florida, Tampa played 3 preseason games against each other. They hate each other. Okay, so these Panthers, for the first time in the Panthers era, they go to the ceiling of the salary cap. Dale Talon goes to the ceiling, and he hires Joel Quenneville. These guys won a cup together in 2010 with the Blackhawks. Barkov is a monster. I think he's a top. I think he could win most valuable player this year. Huberdeau and Dadonov are great line mates for him. Hoffman, we know he might be a cancer in the dressing room, but he's a good player. All right? They signed Bobrovsky 7 years, $70 million. I would not have done that, but they had to shore up the back end. Alhard, my 2 plays, I'm on 2 puck lines. Hurricanes, Predators, plus 185 each. I bet him at plus 175 and 170 at bet 365, but here line shopping at 5 times, I got plus 185. All right. Then they bring in former Lightning players. They bring in Brett Connolly, but I don't know. I've 1 year with them. Dennis Garcia says all that matters is Keeneland starts tomorrow. I hear you. Okay. Anton Strawman they bring in too. Okay, so we have the Lightning. They go 62-16-4. Then they get swept in the first round. Braden Point, hip surgery. He's not ready to start the season. Tyler Johnson and Victor Hedman will be in the lineup. They suffered injuries in the preseason. They will be in the lineup. Cedric Paquette on injured reserve. They signed Kevin Shattenkirk. They signed Pat Maroon. I guess I like that. And Curtis McElhaney. I love that. I need to watch. These teams don't like each other. I mean, if you think about the Lightning going 62-16-4, you'd think they'd be huge favorites. You'd think they'd be minus 200 favorites. They're not, because this Panthers team is really good. This is a spot where I'm going to watch. Hurricanes, you know I'm on the puck line. Jets, Rangers, let's talk about it. We have 15 minutes before Big Boss joins us. Opens at 6 minus 110, a 2-cent move to the under. Rangers open at minus 122, a 5-cent move towards the Jets. Winnipeg coming off second straight playoff appearance, 15 points less than they tallied the year before. They lost in 6 games to the champs, the Blues. They lose Trouba. They lose Tyler Myers. And then Dustin Byfuglien doesn't show up at camp. Oh, I feel terrible for them. That's a lot of depth to lose. They signed Line A and Connor. That's important. Those guys are incredible. But that's a ton of depth to lose. Line A, 30 goals last year, 9 after November. Gave him 7 per. He better step up. I expect him to step up. Then we have this Rangers team. I said 2018 draft, 2019 draft, Capo Kako. Kako was on that Zibanejad Panarin line, but they moved him to Chris Kreider. Panarin is on the Rangers. He's a sniper. But Lundqvist in net, you believe Lundqvist? Anthony Mastronardi, WTA tennis plays for tomorrow. Love it, Anthony Mastronardi. Lundqvist could start off the season strong. You know, I certainly need to sit and watch both these teams play before I can make comfortable, confident decisions based on them. Tomino says Winnipeg seems like they peaked 2 years ago, but I don't trust the Rangers. I agree with that. I need to watch this game, and I will watch this game because I have the NHL package. All right, let's move on to Sabres-Penguins. Sabres-Penguins. Mohamed Joma says, don't bet this game. Jets, Rags, no edge. I hear that, Mohamed. Nate Dogg says Rangers should be an over team. I want to see them score. I expect them to score, but let's see them do it. Let's talk Sabres-Penguins. Penguins, 13 straight playoff appearances, 3 Stanley Cups, but they were swept by the Islanders in the first round. They move off of Kessel, which is fine. They bring in Galchenyuk, another questionable character. Malkin has come into camp supposedly like a man possessed. He wants to take over. He 21 goals last year. Everyone says in camp he's got that fire in his eyes. Will he better? Crosby's good to go. I know he had an injury scare on Thursday. He's good to go. Buffalo's missed the playoffs each of the past 8 seasons, but they're moving in the right direction. Botterhill made a questionable, I don't know. He hires Ralph Kruger. Kruger been out of the NHL for 6 years, was working in Europe. I would have loved to see Phil Housley get another chance. Not applicable says fade Pens. Maxwell Smart says Lundqvist strong like Russian Hawks. Okay. Mally Mal liking the Rangers in that spot. We shall see. So they bring back Carter Hutton. Carter Hutton's a character guy. The time to have a character goalie that doesn't have very good numbers was the 70s and early 80s. Now you need to put up or get out of the crease. And to bring him back with a 3.00 goals against average, 908 save percentage, because he's good in the dressing room, I think it's a questionable decision. I think they should have brought in McElhaney. Dennis Legendary in the house. Mohamed Joma says Pens will have a good year. I think they will have a good year. I don't know what that means, though. What's that mean? 94 points and the third seed in the Met? 4th seed in the Met? I don't know. Sabres, Penguins, I'm off. Pittsburgh opens at minus 166. There's been a 19-cent move towards them. We know that. There's a big move towards the over. There's greatest ever in the house. Maxwell Smart says Crosby's a hero in my country, meaning he's better than a chocolate-dipped Tim Hortons donut. He is. All right. Non-applicable says fade Pens, but don't trust Buffalo. And there's Triple K Marine. Mama Jones says Malkin will go off this year. I agree with that as well. And Captain 24/7 says dressing room. And take it easy. Take it easy. Thank you. Take it easy. But I prefer it stays in your pocket. But much love to you. Take it easy. I'd prefer that stays in your pocket. I would prefer you guys. I want your pockets to grow. You guys know I'm already on Predator. Mally Mal, I'm on 2 plays. I know. I broke it. But that's what rules are meant to do. They're meant to be broken. Okay. Dennis Cloak in the house. Okay. And Tomar says Penguins were overvalued at home last year. The value was on the road. So my 2 plays, Predators minus 1.5, Hurricanes minus 1.5, both at plus 185, 1-0 on the season, plus 1.7 units. Let's move on to Bruins Stars. This is a tough game. If we talk about the Stars, Montgomery was spectacular last year. Spectacular. Coming out of the college ranks, he impressed me very much. Dallas opens up at minus 114. They're no longer the favorite. They're now a dog in this game. So the Bruins are less than 4 months removed from a Game 7 loss Stanley Cup final. That's got to hurt. Same roster coming in. Krejci will be a game-time decision, but he skated in a regular jersey yesterday morning. He was on the line with Kuhlman and DeBrusk. I imagine he's going to be good to go. You have Marchand, Bergeron, and Pasternak. Spectacular. Spectacular players. There's my guy, Seth Hagen. Says, expect to see everyone at the Pick 6 contest show, $50,000 show. And Seth has 6 $25 Amazon gift cards to give away in the chat. If you're selected, all you have to do is out-unit Jimmy this week and pick 6. How easy is that? How easy is that? All right, Ben Bishop was incredible. So the Dallas Stars were so good. Why? Because of Montgomery and his demand for accountability, especially on the road, because that's where the Stars always failed. And Ben Bishop, .934 save percentage, 1.98 goals against average. So they bring in Pavelski and Corey Perry. I would not have done that. I would never do that. Unless I have a very young team, and these Stars don't have that. Are they? Now, Perry's injured to start the year. I mean, are these guys, is it to bring in Pavelski to get accountability from Ben and Seguin? Maybe. Dear Slayerski that says this game is a preview of the NHL Finals. I do not think the Stars will make it, but I don't even see the Stars on the upswing. Nate Dogg says, don't fade Dallas. I'm not making a move in this spot. All right, let's move on to Flames Avalanche. Waldo said, I had my worst NFL spread week in 4 years this week. I'm livid, and I'm going to come back strong. That's the thinking. Tormino says, I'd lean Dallas, but not betting this game. Boston should be better with more time to integrate trade pieces from last year. Oh, you mean deadline places. Deadline. And Maxwell Smart says, I love Kelly in Vegas. Respect. Michael S. says, this game will be very tight. Could see a 2-1 game. Could see a low-scoring game for sure. Let's move on to Flames Avalanche. Shoot, what the hell just happened? All right, somehow I just lost. Sorry, let me get. Okay, what the hell? Sorry, my. Oh God, what the hell's going on? I just lost. Okay, sorry, I got to get my sportsbook review. Just took off on me for some reason. Quit unexpectedly. Ignore. Come on. Okay, here we go. Betting odds today. Sorry about that. Okay, let's make moves. We have 8 minutes left, and I want to begin the wild card talk. So, Flames Avalanche. We have the Avs opening at -134. A very interesting 11-cent move towards the Calgary Flames. This total opens up to the under 6.5 -1.7. There's been a 5-cent move to that under 6.5. Dutch Boy Fresh says, Hurricanes are predators if you could only back one. I would cut it in half, Dutch Boy. Trust me. I would cut, if you only have $20 to bet on this game, move into 2 $10 bets. Part of the angle here is having them both at this nice, juicy -1.5. That's part of the angle. One comes through, you have a nice profit. So I'd cut it. Okay. Let's keep rolling. Okay. I really would, unless you're in a contest of some kind. Okay. Flames Avalanche. Calgary Flames entered the playoffs last season. Rolling. I hit my plus 560 division future, and I did very poorly in my futures last year, but I had that. Part of the reason I did so poorly is because these Flames shit the bed. They shit the bed. Remarkable Gaming cashed on that Oilers under 5.5. That was a great bet. Okay. Mom Jones says Kadri will be great. Yeah, I think that was a nice pickup. All right. Flames Avalanche. They lose in the first round in 5 games to the Avalanche. I was shocked. Goodrow did not step up when he had to. I don't know what to make of him. He can score, yes. All right. Kachuk signs a 3-year, $21 million deal. The Vancouver Canucks should have drafted him. Instead, they picked Olli Juolevi, and this makes me want to take this cup and smash it against the wall. And these guys get to stick around and keep their jobs. These assholes making these decisions, putting my franchise into the ground, get to stick around and keep their jobs. Unbelievable. Kachuk should be on the line right now with Besser and Pedersen. Unbelievable. Very, very, very irritating. All right. Let's keep rolling. Calgary is going to get Michael Backlund back. He's expected to play. If he doesn't play, they're going to move Sam Bennett up to that spot. I actually expect a breakout year from Sam Bennett. I'm a believer in Sam Bennett. Not enough to take him with my last pick in the hockey pool, but I'm a believer in him. All right. So, Colorado. Look, McKinnon, Rantanen, Landeskog. Spectacular. But now they have a lot of pressure on them. Now they're not the hunter, now they're the hunted. Can they step up? We shall see. They pick up Nazem Kadri. They get rid of Tyson Barrie and Kerfoot. They get rid of Tyson Barrie because they have Cale Makar and Samuel Girard, 20 and 21-year-old. That's a young 2 guys to be on your top 4 defensemen, but they're spectacular. They're spectacular defensemen. McCarr won the Hobie Baker Award last year. Ian Cole, he's not going to be on season. He's out with the injured list. He's out on the injured list right now. He's out with a hip injury. He's the kind of, and there's Tormino saying Cole out for Colorado, but they have good young talent on defense. Kevin Pine leading the under in 6.5. I get why you would. So Sakic picked up Burakovsky and picked up Nishushkin, and I trust Joe Sakic, Brittany B. Joe, but those are questionable pickups. Very questionable pickups to me. I'm shocked. But he thinks he's buying low on these guys. They pick up Jonas Donskoy. I like that. We'll see. Gin Rummy on Flames plus 119, Jets plus 121, and Tampa over 6 and minus 100. Those are great looks, Gin Rummy, and great job getting them when you did. Then we get to this Coyotes-Ducks game. And I already told you what I think about Chaika. I can't comprehend these general managers who have no respect for toughness. I'm just beside myself. The Flames had no respect for toughness. They get bounced first round in 5 games. You can't have a 20-year-old Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk is your toughest player. You can't have a defenseman that a whole defense that's just a bunch of pussies. And that's what they had. And that's what this Arizona team had. And to address their lack of toughness, they bring in Phil Kessel. I mean, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. All right. My pleasure, Memphis money, my guy. Okay, so Kessel acquired for Galchenyuk. They also acquire Soderberg, whom I like. But he's 33, coming off a career-high 23 goals. Clayton Keller, he needs Kessel, sure. I mean, Stepan is not enough. But if you have Stepan and Kessel on the same line, who's the tough guy? Keller? They re-signed Kemper. He looked really good with Ranta out, but Anaheim, I'm on the under 80.5 of plus 100 points for their season total. Keith Sadler's on the Coyotes Ducks under. I get it. I absolutely get it. Remarkable gaming. Yeah, we did review that Rangers game, and I'm off it, but I don't have time. Sorry, I'm very sorry to go back on it. I think I just need to watch these teams. We know these Jets have been completely gutted on defense. There's a lot of firepower on the ice, and I'm a Zibanejad fan, so I want to see how he does with Panarin. So Dallas Eakins comes in, coach. John Gibson's a great defense or goaltender. Then you have this 5-21-4 stretch that they finished the season with. I think Anaheim's going to be real bad. I think they're going to be in a lottery pick, and I think they're looking to get the first overall draft next year. All right, that's NHL. I'm on 2 plays, 2 puck lines. 2 puck lines. All right, let's start talking baseball because we're going to be joined in 2 minutes by DJ Big Boss. And I want to talk this out. Let's take a look at market moves. I want Nationals first 5. I think this is the spot to get them. I think Corbin is somebody that I can really trust. And if you go over the batter versus pitcher, and we'll break down this whole game. Let me pull up batter versus pitcher. Here we go. Where is it? Okay, I've got that going. Let's just talk quickly about this spot. 76 Fahrenheit, clear, 8 miles per hour, out to right center. Dodgers 59-22 at home during the regular season. We saw these guys come together for a pretty memorable series. I think it was 2016. Corbin versus Buehler. Corbin 14-7, 3.25 ERA, 1.18 whip, 202 innings, 238 K, 70 walks, 24 home runs. Michael S. on Dodgers team total over. Brandon Lugo says, remarkable. Jimmy had no opinion. Most of the chat, Rangers Winnipeg over 6. Look, it's not that I have no opinion. It's that I'm staying away from totals. And I don't want Panarin and this very exciting Winnipeg front line with Scheifele and Wheeler and then Connor and Laine to get me to make an over on the second day of the regular season when I'm trying so hard to make totals. So I have an opinion. I don't want to say it out loud because if I say it out loud, I'll get on the over with you guys. And historically, I lose on totals. All right. Topset says, I took them Nats first 5. I would like to do that. Tormino says, Corbin has good starts against the Dodgers. He does. Last time he faced them, he went 6 strong. Tormino says, I'd lean Nats first 5, but I still don't trust their bullpen. I like that. Take it easy said, Dodgers struggle more versus lefties and righties. I agree with that. There's my guy, Big Ragu in the house. He'll be joining me shortly on the live Pick 6 show. Dodgers, 279 home runs, but we see their numbers against lefties drop throughout the season. They end up 257, 77 OPS. Historically, the last couple of years, they've been bad against lefties. Nationals hitting 258, 785 OPS versus righties. Buehler, 14-4, 3.26 ERA, 1.04 whip. Then we get to the closers. Kenley Jansen, shaky. 33 for 41, 3.71 ERA. Dodgers, Nationals were tied with the NL worst, 29 blown saves. But look at the other pieces in the bullpen. The Dodgers relievers had the NL best 3.78 ERA, despite Kenley. Nationals were last at 5.56. Dodgers are expected to get Justin Turner back from ankle and back issues. Is he going to be hurting? Because he's the only guy that can get to Corbin. And if he's hurting, I like it. Corbin, 5-9, 3.36 ERA, 21 lifetime appearances against the Dodgers, 2.97 ERA at Dodger Stadium. Faced Los Angeles once this year, 7 shutout innings at Dodger Stadium. Buehler, 0-1, 3.38 ERA in 3 career appearances, 2.92 ERA in 2 starts against the Nats. 3 career appearances, 2 starts against the Nats. All right. Russell Gordy said, Jimmy, Nats don't stand a chance tonight, sir. Are you working for Vegas? Hey, I'm not taking Nats full game, but I get a plus line on the first 5. I'm interested. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. Maybe my next guest can help me make a decision. Please welcome to the show. Who knows where he'll be coming to us from? Representing Long Beach, California, by way of Compton, California, my guy and yours, star of the live $50,000 Pick 6 show tonight, star of his own NCAA football contest that you can join in right now, and star of Betting with the Bet, my guy DJ Big Boss. Big Boss, how you doing on this Thursday afternoon?
What up, dog? What's up, Jimmy? Man, this is all your fault, Jimmy. This is all your fault. I was hanging out with Miss Claire and the Wild Dominatrix girls, listening to the show, and they hear you say, Big Boss, Mountain West, where he does it the best. Now, bam, fresh on the flight, straight to Fort Collins, Colorado, right here, and we're going to the Colorado State game because the Mountain West is where I'm doing the best. But what they really want to do is they want to do some Voyagerism out here because there's hardly nobody out here. So they brought me to this Sweatville Zoo, which I think is some kind of undercover Voyagerism zoo where they have old automobiles and they turn them into spiders and stuff like this. But they talking about getting up into that in that bug up there just like they used to do back in '66. They want to get up there and do some things Voyager style, but I don't know how to get them up there, Jimmy. Anybody got any suggestions how I can get 2 very lovely, sweet old ladies up into this nice vehicle here?
No, man. No, but that does look like a perfect place for Halloween where you're hanging out. You had to go to Colorado. You had to do it, man. I get it, man. You're Mountain West where you do it best. I want to talk about college football. There's a couple moves I want to make, but first, I want to talk about this big game 1 of the NLDS series here. Big question, Big Boss. Russell Gordy says, Jimmy, what did he say exactly? What did he say exactly? Basically, he said the Nats have no chance. He said, what are you doing working for Vegas here? I am interested in the Nats first 5. You know this Dodgers team inside and out. What do you think about fading them first 5?
Man, I took a look into this, Jimmy. Buehler and Corbin. Now, both of these guys basically are kind of similar. One's 14-7, one's 14-4. OPBs are pretty close together. ERAs are pretty close together. But what I had to look for is when did they have their last bad game? So last bad game for Corbin was just recently here, 9/28. He went 4 innings, got pulled out after 7 hits, 6 runs, and that was versus the Indians. Now Buehler, on the other hand, his last bad game was down here in the beginning of September, right here on 9/2. He went 5 innings, 8 hits, gave up 6 runs against Colorado. Now, overall, Corbin is 4-1 in September, and Buehler is 3-1 in September. So both look kind of alike right here. I understand why the total is at 7.5. This should be a nice under game right here, but it's a wonderful day to play baseball in LA today. It's clear, all kinds of good stuff baseball right now. And I'm a Dodger fan, so as a fan, it's a couple bets I have, Jimmy, and it depends on what type of sports bettor, investor, gambler, whatever you are on this game right here. So now, if you're like me and you're a sports bettor and you wanna mix a little value with a little chance and a little bit of know-how, then yes, we're going right after that first half. You can either take it on the money line, or I even like it on the run line, minus 123. That's what I would take, as a sports bettor. Now, if you're just some type of sports investor or something, your best look on this game may be taking a half a unit play on the Nationals on the money line, because the Dodgers could lose this one right here. But the Dodgers theory all year in series and all games have been let off quick at the beginning of the games, and then they let up on the gas further in the game. Another trend of the Dodgers is they start off slow, they come back in the second half. So first half is definitely wide open. Money line can be a factor. And also, if you got big balls and you know what you're doing and you're confident in your bet, then you would take the first half under in this game, because both pitchers should come out with a little chip on his shoulder, especially Corbin, since his last bad game was recently. But Buehler, on the other hand, he's just a consistent pitcher. You can expect his best in a game like this. So I figure they both keep it low. I'm looking for a 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, whatever, and I like it on the run line minus the 123.
William Hill is giving us plus 150. Plus 150 on the Nats first five. Plus 150. Bet Online giving us plus 140. I think that I don't, Ilya Katz. I need to watch those two teams badly. I'm just on two puck lines, Hurricanes and Predators. I feel like Russell Gordy on Dodgers and Rams money line, the LA connection for Russell Gordy. Look, I like the Rams too, but I don't think I'm going to pull the trigger. Look, I think that we have a lineup here. Let's go over it. Let's go over this lineup. First, let's see who we have, and then let's go over exactly why I don't think that this is a spot where the Dodgers are going to get to Corbin. And maybe I'm wrong. Look, Dodgers are great. Dodgers likely win this game. But I've got 5 innings. 5 innings with Corbin and a team that believes in themselves and believes they can make miracles happen. So we got Pollock. A.J. Pollock batting first. He's never faced Corbin. Pollock's never faced Corbin. Next up, we have David Freese. 5 for 16, all singles. We know that Freese, very good against lefties. He can get to them. Okay, so there we have Freese. Justin Turner is banged up. He's the only guy that actually gets to him. 12 for 32, 3 doubles, and 2 home runs, but he's hurting, and he's not being in the lineup. Then you have Bellinger. 2 for 8, a double and a single. Chris Taylor. 4 for 20, 3 singles and a double. Max Muncy, 0 for 3. Corey Seager, 4 for 25 with 3 singles and a double. Will Smith has never faced him. Look, I think that this Washington Nationals team believes in themselves. We've seen Walker Buehler look vulnerable at times. And I want to make a move on the plus line, first 5, and I'm going to. Against a lot of the cappers who want me to succeed in this, I'm getting a plus 150 at William Hill, first 5. I'm going to take it. Mom Jones said, you want to fade the Dodgers, fade them in game 3, not here? No, I'm going to fade them first 5 with Corbin on the mound. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Big boss. I'm on Nationals first 5, plus 150. I have available William Hill. Are you going to make a move on this game?
I'm going to follow that too, Jimmy, for a half unit on that. Plus the 150. That's a nice take. I like it. Dodgers is a second half team. They can always put it together and win the game late. And, I like it a lot, Jimmy. All
right. Thank you for capping that baseball game with us. And Russ Cody says, Game 1 Dodgers chance. Watch that crowd. I can't wait. In fact, I'll have the game on the TV, but I'll have my computer on 4 hockey games. Okay, Big Boss. Tell me about this quickly. There's 2 moves that I want to make in NCAA football tonight, and I haven't pulled the trigger on them. But I did make it an official pick, but I didn't pull the trigger. So I want to know here. The over in Georgia Southern South Alabama is a play that our Matt Randall is on. And the under in Temple East Carolina, it's gone haywire. Up to 48, up to 48.9, down to 45. It's been all over the place. Now it's stuck at 47. What do you think about the over in Georgia Southern South Alabama and the over in Temple East, the over in Southern and USA and the under in Temple East Carolina?
Hey, sometimes you just got to ask yourself, Jimmy, shoot, duke, or drop your gun. And if I'm going to play a Wednesday game, I'm going to take the over all day because of all the volatility between traveling and all those different aspects of the game. And we're in week 6 in college football. That means that our freshmen, our first-year players and all that good stuff, they the books, school, performance, all that stuff is compiled on them at this point. Some's going to fall to the side. Some's going to do great. And I'm going to play with the volatility here. I'll definitely take the over in that game. Now, this Temple and ECU game, the game that I'm on, as a matter of fact, now I capped it, like I told you earlier this week, Jimmy, I capped it right at 49, right? But I didn't know at 49, I still don't lean under or over. And the number's so precise and it's moving around right around that number. It's a pass for me. I see way more value in taking Temple minus the points. Temple might be a good team making a good run right here. They're sized appropriate. They're ranked number 19 on defense. In this part of the season, you have to back teams that's good at defense. Defense involves a lot of fundamentals. Good defensive teams continue to play good defensive team despite their records, despite all the other adversity. Good defense is something you want to back, and I back you on that. This ECU team is doing terrible on offense. They're ranked number 94, and on defense, they're ranked number 46. So they're kind of like a little in-between team right here. They're not doing too good ATS. They're 2-3 ATS, but they do have a record of 3-2, but they haven't really played nobody of Temple's caliber. So last year this game ended up 49-6. I'm going to say the big brother Temple puts his foot down right here and covers that spread.
That makes sense. On Monday when we had Big Ragu on the show, I took Temple, East Carolina, under 48, minus 115. I also took San Jose State at minus 7 for tomorrow night, and that is not, those are still 6.5, I assume. I will see right now. Yeah, still 6.5 there. Look, I like that you like that over in that, and I love this breakdown. And if you want to know what Big Boss is on Friday and Saturday, you got to join the $50,000 Pick 6 show at 7:30 p.m. Eastern in an hour and 17 minutes, hour and 16 minutes. I like those breakdowns. Temple opening at minus 13, and then that was crazy movement, right? That got down to 10.5, so that was the time to take them. Yesterday, during our morning show, they were at 10.5. They're now at 12.5. They're on the road here. I do expect them to smash. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a move on that over Georgia Southern USA. I'm getting an over. What was it again? Sorry, let me just make this go to totals quickly. And I thought I was getting a nice, beautiful number. And that changed. Wow. Jesus. I was getting, there had been a 7-cent move, and I didn't make it official, so I can't take it. God. I was getting minus 101 on the over at 5 times. There's been a 7-cent move in the last seconds. All right, minus 105 at Heritage is what I'll take. God, I should have said it earlier. All right, so I, on Monday, took Temple, East Carolina, under 48, minus 115, and San Jose State, minus 7, minus 104, when Ragu was on our show. And I just added, after talking with our DJ Big Boss on Georgia Southern, Southern Alabama, over 45. I have yet to bet any of these games. I didn't bet the Monday games. The market went all over the place. I am going to follow through and bet this Temple, East Carolina and the Georgia Southern South Alabama, both at half units. So that's my action. Georgia Southern USA over 45 minus 105. Temple East Carolina under 48 minus 115. And I stuck with that -7 San Jose State. DJ Big Boss, thank you so much for joining us. I love your breakdown on the Georgia Southern Alabama game. I also loved hearing you talk about this big Game 1 NLDS series. DJ Big Boss, could you tell us a little bit about your NCAA football contest? And while you do that, I will put the link in the chat.
Absolutely, Jimmy. I need everybody in the chat. Right now, if you got 5-10 minutes, you can do it on the side while you're watching the show. Make sure you join the DJ Big Boss NCAA football contest on the SBR forum. Jimmy will probably throw the link up for me, Jimmy. But definitely get in there. We're having a good time in there. Over there, you can jump in the consensus. There's some great cappers in there. Definitely when you stop in there, make sure you say something in the chat and keep the chat going on over there, just like we do over here. But if you're in the NCAA football like me, Drew, Big Ragu, Babano, and Jimmy the Bag, and all the other people that cap this college football stuff, definitely come into the Big Boss NCAA football contest now. It's open all month, but I expect my low backers to jump over there right now and get in there just before we get on to the Pick Six show. Me and my guys, some of the greatest two people I can be on the show with, people that I love dearly from my heart, and that's Big Ragu and you, Jimmy the Bag, and that's just coming up in a few minutes. So check me out on Twitter too, DJ BITGBOSS. Man, we're gonna have a ball. The season's still young, fellas. It's 6 games in the college football. Got plenty of time to go, plus those, plus national championship. Get involved now.
There's our guy, DJ Big Boss. I'm going to get ready to pour a little something in my cup and have some fun with you in our $50,000 Pick Six live show, 7:30 p.m. And maybe make some live bets in the football game, the Thursday nighter, which I'm going to talk about right now with our guy Flash. Big Boss, thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you in an hour and 15 minutes.
Hey, man, I'm serious about getting these ladies up in this thing. I didn't see none of y'all give me no help with this one, man. What should I do right here? I got to satisfy these gorgeous old ladies, man. Help me out, folks.
Just don't panic, Big Boss. Just don't panic. Stay in control at all times. I know you'll figure something out. Man. I know you will. Enjoy the creepy forest. There's our guy, DJ Big Boss. And we go from DJ Big Boss. You're right. Anthony Pham, I am. I haven't made it yet, but I'm going to be. But let's talk NFL. Let's talk Thursday night. Let's bring in a ringer right now. Let's bring in our guy live in the studio. Please welcome to the show our guy, your guy, star of the odds market, Flash, in the house. Flash, what up? Oh, you ditched the leather chair, eh?
Don't deserve no leather chair. Don't deserve it. I was going to come in with my limp because I got beat up so bad. So on a positive note.
Don't deserve it. Well, you did add on the Bucks +9 at +100.
Are we just clawing at any sort of a positive here?
Look,
and the Steelers Monday night was all right.
Look, there's going to be a bad week, a terrible week at some point in the season.
What's below bad and terrible? My week, last week. Flash week, we're going to call it.
We can call it Flash week, but you put yourself in a situation by doing so well in the first few weeks that you took it on the chin, but you took it on the chin not in a place where your record isn't terrible, and we care about honesty and transparency here. Rafa, could you pop up Flash's record? So this is after a beatdown. Rafa, could you expand the screen for us? A beatdown, and you're still 12-12.
I know, but I lost all trust. I cannot tell you how much I've read, how many games I've watched back in obviously in broken down plays. I even watched the Dallas game again last night. And every single thing that I believed going into last week got blown out of water. I mean, I think it was something like 12 roadsides won. I mean, I haven't got to go over it. Everyone knows what went on. But the fundamentals of where I was going with all my picks completely blew me out of water. So now I'm sitting here thinking, okay, can Baltimore defend? Because the blown coverage play after play last week was horrendous. Can Green Bay stop the run? Because they were like ranked in the top 4 run defense, and now they're not even top 10, top 12. And then I think to myself, the Vikings offense, they score 6 points. Yes, it was against like a great D, but you've still got to be able to step up. There's so many questions to so many teams. Is this Cleveland Brown D? Is it for real? Am I going to now have them on my side this week? My head is like a washing machine without any powder in it.
With no powder.
No, I'm just giving them just the spring clean.
Okay. Well, over the course of the season, there's going to be peaks and valleys, and you put yourself in a situation where you got through that valley and you're 12-12, 500. So it's time to get back to winning ways. Are you getting back to winning ways on Thursday night? You have a play Rams-Seahawks.
No, because again, it's a toss of a coin. Do I go with how bad can the Rams be again? I didn't like the Rams last week. The week before I went with them and they got over the line. Goff wants all day, wants a written invitation to deliver, and then he doesn't deliver at the percentage that I'd expect a top divisional champion to execute. So for me, Seal, road team on a Thursday. Everything for me says Rams and under, but I just can't press no buttons. I just cannot do it. Oh, there's a couple of spots that have changed since I made my 6. I'm liking the Ravens -3, not the -3.5 that was earlier on, because that's now moved in my favour. There's a few. Listen, I'm gonna go with teams this week and put my belief in that they want a W more than take chances. 13 teams are 2-2, Jim. 13. Come on now, that tells you that there's massive parity between crap.
Yeah, that's well put. There's massive parity between crap. So last Thursday I was in a terrible losing streak, and I believed in the road team and I believed in the over. I made no bets, and of course that came through. Again, I believe in the road team and I believe in the under, but I'm going to stay on the fence here. The only way to get me back winning is to focus on the spots that I know that I like.
Conviction.
And when I went over this card, I saw the same things as you. I saw unders all through the card, and I've only pulled the trigger on one under, but you have that same under.
All right, okay. So let's hope your good one continues and you haven't Jona'd me, because I've gone for 5 unders. And the reason I've gone for 5 unders is because a couple of spots I think were just miles too high. And another thing is I think defence is going to be on top, and they're not going to start taking chances, because these teams that are 2-2, they've got to go 3-2. So they've got to make sure they get a win by hook or by crook. And if that means be it by 1 point, spreads were too big last week. This week, there's a little bit more even. I'm liking the Vikings, by the way. -5 at the Giants. I'm liking the Vikings because I believe that they're a top side. But if they let me down again this week, I'm against this Giants. I think that we find out what this Giants team have got, because I'm not having that 3 weeks ago they were absolutely garbage and now all of a sudden they've got chances.
There are some simple rules, and so we're both staying off the Thursday night. We're both staying off this Thursday night. Look, to me, and I want to get into this Vikings game badly, but to me, there's just a recency bias at play here. The Rams' defense is not as bad as they looked. I still can't understand how Godwin and Evans ran all over Aqib Talib and Marcus Peters. It's still difficult for me to figure out. I don't think they're going to get torched here by these weak receivers, including DK Metcalf, who I'm very high on. So this Seahawks squad has not looked good at home. And there's Bill Buttlicker in the house, man. Put a smile on my face.
Yes.
Buffalo on the beat.
Buttlicker.
So I'm off of it. But let's start going through your action right now.
Right.
And I apologize. Look, Thursday nights, I have a losing record right now in NFL. I need to get back to winning immediately, and I'm not going to do that on Thursday nights. And maybe this is a mistake because I would have gone 2-0 last Thursday. Anthony Phams is under. I think we're getting inflated because of Tampa scores 50. I agree with that. Normal says Rams are just not that good. I hope not, because I got the under 9.5. Oh, there's another under. God, I got to look at what number I have on them. Again,
it's not 10, is it?
Is it? I've got it. Sorry, I've got it. That's
9.
ridiculous. That
it won't be 8
it's definitely not any of those. It's either.
Exactly.
Could it have been? I'll check while we're doing the show. All right, let's get into your first spot with the Vikings. So when we talk about following simple rules, like let's take the Titans and the Vikings. I know they're not playing against each other,
right?
But the Titans, they beat teams when they're underdogs, when they're expected to lose. They lose to teams when they're expected to win. The Vikings shit all over bad teams, and lose. And Kirk Cousins led teams lose against good teams. If that is the case, then they should smash the Giants. But when this line came out of 5.5, I wanted the Giants. I don't trust this Vikings team. To me, I look at them. If Cousins is going to be shit, then all they have is Dalvin Cook. But I do not want.
Well, I've gone unders in this game anyway because I don't believe the Giants are going to put enough on the board. I'm pretty sure you've got my plays that are going to come up anyway. Yeah?
I do, yeah. Let's pop them up right now. Rafa, could you pop up Flash's action here on the card? Mini New York Giants under 45 at -116.
And that's all because I believe that in the min.
Wow,
defense.
look at that line move you beat. Wow, look at that line move. You crushed it.
Well, what's it now?
43.5.
Okay.
That's great.
Well, it is at the moment. At the moment, I've got no confidence just because I went into last week thinking, right, all my selections are teams that I believe will be in the playoffs. And everything that they stand for, all their DNA went out the window. Defense couldn't defend. Offense couldn't throw, catch or run. Get me on the Eagles, smashing through that Green Bay defense. I'm like, whoa, hang on a minute. You or I could have ran through that defense. So all of a sudden I'm thinking, right, where am I at? Where am I? And again, we'll go on to Monday night. And I've got the Browns, who now people are thinking could possibly be a top 4 defense against a good 49ers. So I've got unders there as well. And I've made it my double unit play, so I've got something to look forward to Monday night.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the Niners. I think that this 21st ranked run defense by the Browns is going to get slaughtered by the 49ers. She gives Shanahan a whole week to prepare for it. So I'm going to be on the Niners. Now, I haven't pulled that off yet. I haven't pulled that out yet. So you're under 46, your 2-unit play, Cleveland, San Francisco. You have the under 45 in Minnesota, New York Giants. Let's talk about this Atlanta, Houston under 49, because this is a game that makes me very uncomfortable. My pleasure, Farshed. You've put so much money in our pockets. I'm glad I could hook you back up, my friend. Mama Joma says New York Giants can't apply the pressure. That's the difference. I believe that. Derek Sutton, I'm on 2 plays. Hurricanes -1.5 at +185 and Nashville Predators -1.5 at +185. Let's go into your... I find this a very tricky cap. This Texans-Falcons game. You just watched the Falcons completely shit the bed, and you're expecting that to happen again.
Well, I just expect, again, this is one of them games where I just think that the W is more important than the score. I don't think that either side are going to want to be throwing it up in the last sort of back end of the third quarter and the fourth quarter. Now, if it's different, if we've got like a 21-6 scoreline or something like that, I think it'd be tighter than that. I think this whole weekend stinks of conservative play. Let's run it. Let's make sure we get points on the board, and I think there'll be a lot of man-to-man coverage as well. I don't think there'll be many zones.
So, the Falcons have been terrible.
Yeah, beyond.
And the Keanu Neal injury hurts them. They're in this
but that's one
tailspin.
man.
I have this slight feeling that Houston could blow them out.
Well, if they blow them out, they've still got. What have I got? 40. What did I get? 48, 49 was it?
You got 49, I believe.
49. So if they blow them out, what are they going to blow them out at? 20? I've got 28, 21 even. And that's not a blowout.
No, I think they could beat them by 25, 30 points. That's my fear would be.
But I think the Texans will make sure that they don't give them any encouragement in that fourth quarter. Because if there's one man that will rise from the dead in the fourth quarter, if he's 2 touchdowns down with, say, 6-7 minutes to go, then all of a sudden the Falcons come alive. So if you're going to go that way, then I think my under is more than safe. I can't trust either of these sides to, one, defend a spread, or one to jump a spread.
Look, I completely agree and understand with how you're looking at this game. I've got a vividness bias of these Falcons in a dome being able to move the ball, and I know they're not doing that right now. Our guy, Bill Butlicker, play of the night, Cooper Kupp, who has come alive. And Butlicker has at least 100 yards at +162, 7 catches at +120, 1 TD at +120 for a juicy 344 parlay. So
nice.
7 catches and 1 TD. So so those are 2 bets. One is 100 yards at +162, The other play is 7 catches at plus 120, 1 TD at plus 120 for a 344 parlay. That's
he's relying on Goff to hit his target, then, isn't he?
He is, and
Wow.
that can be questionable. But
like
Bill
Cooper Kupp.
Butler is spectacular at
we
these
like
looks.
him.
Yeah, he's so good at these looks. So he is spectacular last year, and I expect him to be spectacular again this year. Let's go on the one move where I did jump with you. And I've only made 2 bets. I've taken Steelers plus 3.5. And I jumped with you on the under in Packers-Cowboys. You brought up the fact that you're concerned about the Packers' run defense.
Against the main weapon the Cowboys bring with Zeke Elliott.
So then why did you still trust the under?
Because I believe that everything that they do in practice will be, let's stop the run, let's get the ball in Prescott's hands, and let's see how good he is. And that's it. I think everything that Green Bay are going to come back to is what they did prior to last week. I'm forgiving them that. Because if it happens again, every team, man and his dog, are going to run against this Green Bay D. And I think that they will step up. I question Garrett. I think Garrett will be all panicky.
Oh, yeah.
And if you take that run game away, don't get me wrong, he still might go in for a couple of touchdowns in total. But when you ask him to change the game mid-flow, I question him.
Oh, he does not make adjustments, in-game adjustments. He's
not as bad as LaFleur. Because LaFleur, if you have a look at Green Bay, they look like they're going to blow teams away. All of a sudden, and he's like looking around. He might as well go and ask the hot dog salesman what to do second half. Because Green Bay have been shocking second half this year.
Yeah, I don't trust them. But I do think that this Cowboys offense without Gallup is pedestrian. I think Dak Prescott's nothing more than a game manager. I've said that. I've been down here this is my 3rd football season down here saying that over and over and over and over again. Let's talk about another under that makes me uncomfortable. Not that I think it's the wrong move. And I actually kind of liked Arizona plus 3.5. But
no, I did.
When you deal with Arizona, Cincinnati, it scares the shit out of me because you're talking about 2 bad football teams. But you're on the under 47.5. Break that look down for me.
Well, I'm breaking it down on the Bungles. I mean, you saw what happened to them the other night. I think they gave up 8 sacks, and that weren't a one-off. I think they've given up more sacks than any other offensive line. I'm looking at it, and I'm going, right, Arizona, I think, are not bad in the D. I think they're probably maybe 16 to 20 on their D. I think they're okay. I don't think that this is going to be a shootout. I think that Dalton will get pressured. I think he'll get sacked another 5 or 6 times during the game. And if it's 5 or 6 times, they're not putting up their half of what I need to be under. So I favoured the Cardinals. I favoured them. But I thought this week, conservative play is at the top of my memo on my paper. And by the way, I ran out of ink on my pens, the amount of gibberish I've wrote. And by the way, we're not having a funny show today, are we? This is all business
it's
now.
All business.
Oh yeah.
But Freddie Fortune's going to come in a bit. So.
He'll piss on my parade, him. He's the last person I need to be seeing right now.
Okay, let's stay focused. Okay, so my concern is that the Cardinals are not getting anything out of David Johnson on the ground. So he goes 11 for 40 yards last week. Week before he goes 11 for 37. But he's catching 8 catches for 99 last week. 2 weeks ago, 6 for 28. So not as good.
But remember, Steelers are not a good side.
I don't agree
Steelers
with you.
had their way.
I
Well,
don't
listen,
agree with
I
you.
was on the Steelers with you.
Yeah, but I've said it
also
from the beginning of the
had-
year that I think that you're being way too harsh on the Steelers, and now that they've got Fitzpatrick, I think their defense is mean.
But Mason Rudolph, I even cashed because I had no faith in the team that I was actually betting and went under 240 yards.
Yeah, and he was doing the shovel passes.
And
Oh, fuck you.
150 of them,
Shovel
229,
passes.
was a half-yard shovel, which for me is glorified rushing. The ball weren't in the air more than, I don't know, maybe 60 yards total all night. If you have a look, if we can get a stat up or someone can have a look when they're at home, mark my words, Mason Rudolph's yards on completion, not after completion, would have been probably under 150 yards.
Yeah, he looks terrible. He looks terrible, but I don't need him to do much.
Well, I don't want him to do anything. I've got unders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, so you've got the Arizona-Cincinnati under. So those are your 5
Saints.
unders. We'll get to that in a second. But those are your 5 unders.
Yeah.
2-unit play in the competition, Cleveland, San Francisco under 46. Then he's got the under 49 Atlanta, Houston, the Arizona, Cincinnati under 47.5, the Minnesota, New York Giants under 45, the Green Bay Packers, Dallas Cowboys under 47, which I'm on as well. Now we come to a game that scares the shit out of me. And I've not heard anybody taking the Bucks. It's everybody's on the Saints. This game scares me, man. I feel very uncomfortable with it. You're on New Orleans -3. Let's get a peek at what you'd get if you jumped on this right now. Point spreads. I've not heard one person be on the Bucks.
Is it moved? Is it not exactly the same as where it was?
I'm not sure. No, it's +100, -101. So there's been... So when did you get it? You got it minus... So yeah, there's been a move towards the Buccaneers.
Yeah. I mean, we was on the Bucks last week because 9 and 10 was far too big. Here, in a tight game, I'm thinking that the Saints will get it done. Bridgewater, he'll just like dink and dunk. I don't think we're going to get into a complete and utter shootout. And if we do, then I think the Saints have got the right weapons.
I'm very concerned about the Saints here. And I'm not going to take the Bucks. All you guys are on the Saints. You guys are great cappers. But what I saw Evans and Godwin do against the Rams was very, very, very impressive. And,
but I mean, listen.
But what if they get a couple? What if they break a play or two? Is Bridgewater going to be able to answer back?
But the thing is, we're looking at like Goff, like threw loads of interceptions. There was fumbles. I'm looking after and hoping that the Saints turn up and they. Again, I'll go back to this word because it's my word of the week, conservative, that they make sure that they don't give gift-wrapped gifts. They make sure that anything that they get, the Bucks, they've got to earn. And listen, the Bucks went up 21-0. They were 14. I came running around the pool, said to you, 14-0, and we've just intercepted. We were like, whoa, that was me one win.
Yeah, no, it was a tough week, and I expect to bounce back from it. Can we, Rafa, can we pop up Flash's action one more time? Let's take one last look at it. The 2-unit play, you still feel the most comfortable and most confident in that under 46?
Yeah, because I don't think both will contribute. I really don't. I mean, I look at that game, and if there's a move for San Francisco, then I may well go with San Francisco and the under. I'm on the under double play. So then if I have to pick a side or one of the props, then I'll go with San Francisco to win the game.
I am going to take San Francisco to win the game, and I don't want to do it too late. Big E, my guy Big E says Lattimore will shut him down. There's two of them. That's the problem. I know Lattimore is spectacular. I love Lattimore. Dirty Bird says, got to keep Kamara in mind, though. MVP this year, game changer. He's been spectacular as well. Anthony Messenger said, this is a buy low on the Saints, man. The Tampa Bay loses by 10 points. The books had the Rams favored by this line. It would have been -7 Saints. Yeah, no, I hear what you guys say.
It's an overreaction again, isn't it? There's quite a bit of that's gone on. I mean, I saw the Jets were like +15.5 or something. That's miles too big. What's that now, like 13? There's been a move for the Jets. I'm looking and thinking every week we're too quick and we've got to try and make sure that we see through that. So I've just gone with the conservative view this week of I don't want to be seeing like 45, 38 games.
No, I get it. I was just making sure because Bookmaker moved that Niners line to 4. It scared the shit out of me, but everyone else is at 3.5. My guy Chump Change says, love listening to Flash. He speaks differently.
Is that my terminology?
Or
is that just a load of old crap he talks?
What do you think it is?
Well, I'm following you, so I've got half a chance.
Okay. All right, okay. He speaks differently.
Yeah, properly.
Is that proper? Is that
proper.
Okay. All right. Bookie Lover Q saying Winston playing for $100 million plus. Word in Tampa streets, Arians' coaching staff is known as the realest coaches ever. Whole team playing for Arians. Hey, we said this a couple weeks ago, and we even said this in our pre-season analysis, was that Arians could save Winston's career. Arians is the quarterback whisperer. Buffalo on the beat says Flash is a legend.
Hey, is that Bill?
That's Bill. Yeah.
That's Bill. We like Bill.
Yeah, I like Bill too.
We like Bill.
All right. So going back, my action in NHL started the year 1-0 plus 1.7 units. A little plus 170 cash here in NHL. Like it's nothing.
Last night.
Like it's nothing.
4-1, wasn't it?
4-1.
Was you ever any dangers, or was it late?
For danger, dude. I didn't even need to get hammered. I was just so.
Did you watch it?
Of course, I got an NHL package. Man. But I was very interested in the Canucks game as well. So I'm on 2 spots. Hurricanes -1.5, +185. Predators -1.5, +185. I bet them at +175 and +170 at Bet365, but they're available at +185 at 5 dimes. In NFL, I'm off. In NCAA football, in the USA game, I'm on the over 45. In the Temple game, I'm on the under 48. I've yet to bet those, so we'll see what I'm getting when I bet those. I'm also on San Jose State -7. That was from Monday with Big Ragu. I have the big $50,000 show coming up in shortly, in 55 minutes. But first, let's bring in old Freddie Frog.
Oh, as if my week couldn't get any worse.
Please welcome to the show, Freddie Fortune.
You know, if he sits on here, he's going for one.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's going to do that.
No,
again.
he won't be going. I won't be tolerating his behaviour today.
No, I get it. Oh, maybe he's not even. Oh, here he comes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. No, I think he's going to keep his shit together.
Maybe he needs to.
Yeah, I think he's going to stay calm. Freddie, welcome.
What am I doing here?
Yeah, I've been asking the same.
I thought you were going to give a play. You're not going to give a play. Your compadre, Lucrative Larry, came over yesterday's show. He gave out a winner. Lucrative Larry gave out a winner.
We like Larry.
It smells like ass in here.
Is that right?
Yeah, like a weird ass.
Like a weird ass.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. All right. Oh, jeez. All right.
Yeah, so, yes, I'm happy that my friend, Lucrative Larry.
Hey! He does move. Hey, you got a bit scared there, son. Yeah. Thought you'd lost your little black book.
You did get scared. Oh, he can't figure this out.
Of course he can't. You need a brain.
Stupid. I'm so
What a
stupid.
clown. Oh,
Yes.
okay, got it.
Yes.
All right, but then all you got to do is just move a little.
Oh, well, of course. I'll wait for him to come round. There you go.
Okay, so,
There you go. Move yourself
oh,
across.
damn it. This doesn't
See?
work.
See? No, you don't work.
All right, Freddie, put your face in the camera and give us a play, man. I got
Yeah,
bets
come
to
on,
make. I got a
man.
big show
Just get
coming
on with it. You know what I
Hi.
mean? We're not tolerating it today.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
This is old news now.
I got kabaddi for you, Jimmy.
Oh, great, because Lucrative Larry hit with kabaddi yesterday.
Yeah, I don't do that, but no, sorry, it's badminton.
It's badminton.
Yeah, I'm so full of
That's
sports
close
that
then.
I forget
That's
my
close.
Yeah, it's
plays.
just like kabaddi.
How's he doing anyway on his
He's poorly. He's lost 4 straight. But now that he's dealing
He
with...
needs to have a bit of positive karma in his life
Yeah.
and start being nice to
Well,
people.
now that we're talking just you and me, Jimmy, you will like this play, you know.
Well, now that you're talking shuttlecock, maybe you got a chance.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah, your home
Shuttlecock.
game.
Don't you know anything about badminton?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
but
do you
you
think
said
they hit?
cock.
That's
The
what it
guy
is.
doesn't know anything about badminton. He's
I only listen to what you're saying. So this is Bulgarian women.
Bulgarian women. okay.
Yeah, Bulgarian women badminton. This is for tomorrow.
Sure.
Uh,
Bulgarian
it's
female badminton.
Getters are -1.5 at +100 over Maria Surimak.
All right, could you hit that one more time?
Hit that? You mean
Oh, I
that
wouldn't-
guy?
Oh, Flash would fuck you up, man. No, I know he would.
No,
I know he would.
I don't think so. Okay, it's Getter Sar
Yeah.
-1.5
That's it,
over
son.
Maria Surimak
Keep your eyes peeled.
at Bet365. It's so much fun when friends are together, right?
Okay. Thank you very much. Great having you here.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. I
Okay.
love you, Jimmy.
Okay. Thanks for everything, Freddie. Remo said I'd fade him, but I have no idea what the fuck he just said.
No, I was waiting for the subtitles.
No idea.
He got all distracted.
It's
'cause you
Bulgarian
mentioned
names. They are
shuttlecock.
weird. Of course, people wouldn't understand.
We have Bulgarian fans who will.
People
smack your shit
should
up.
catch my Twitter and they will see what I'm.
Okay, sure. We'll catch your Twitter.
Yes.
All right, there he is, Freddie Fortune. Thank you so much. We're good. You can go. You can leave.
No,
You can just walk out of here.
let's stay here.
No, I'd prefer if you'd leave.
No.
No,
Let's
I'd like you to leave.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope you die.
There he is. There he is.
Fuck you, man.
5 minutes of my life I'm never going to get back. He really is starting to grate me.
I know what you're saying.
You know, it's like waiting for a pizza and like 20 minutes later they're saying, oh, sorry, we forgot your order.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well,
Do you think we'll get involved with the Rams tonight? Do you think we'll be able to just sit there and just go, leave it? Because you're better off not watching it.
No, I still got to watch it. You know, I just need to get my record back up. I mean, I'm having a tough year and coming off of a 5-3 week, 4-2 in the contest, feeling a little better. I need to get rolling here. I've only got two plays. Steelers plus 3.5. What do you think of Steelers Ravens?
I like the Ravens at -3.
Yeah.
I really do, because I don't like the Steelers. I don't think. Listen, we had them Steelers, and you called it as in it was just the situation. It was up against. It was home field. They couldn't go 0-4. They were playing against Dalton, who was just like being crushed from off the left, off the right, up the middle. But again, I've got to say the Baltimore defense is going to turn up at -3. Come on.
Did you see the fights on the sidelines? Did you see their prize off-season acquisition not chase an 88-yard touchdown run, get in a fight with Brandon Williams on the sidelines?
Did I see blown coverage 3 times where they didn't even bother tracking? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they've got to have some professional pride and come up, because you don't mind if you're beaten by a really good throw or a really good route, then fair enough. But when it's almost like you're not tracking a third man running in soccer. You're just cheating your players. Remember we said right at the very start of the season, the strong link. Well, at the minute, it's like a paper chain. So I want it to be strong again, and I'm going to give them one more chance. I thought they were half decent against Kansas. Cleveland Browns went in there, smacked them up.
Yeah, they did.
Just like I'd like to have done to that little fairy.
Okay. I see that you're very intense this week, and I completely understand it. I get it. I'm there so often, too often. Hopefully NHL will get me out of it.
Monday night, roll on, because that means we've had a great Saturday and Sunday. Are you rolling Saturday or not?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing it.
I know Ohio State, are they going to entertain me again this weekend?
Dave, that's what they've been doing.
Oh.
A lot of entertaining.
Justin, I had him on the phone the other day. You just keep doing what you're doing, my lad.
That's all you need to
Yeah,
say.
it's brilliant.
Okay. You're getting a lot of love in the chat. We got to go. I got to make some moves, and I got the big $50,000 pick 6 show. We're also giving out six $25 Amazon gift cards to people in the
might
chat.
need one of them. 5.
5. You would take you and Nick one? Okay, I like it. Not applicable says Flash is a very violent man. I like that edge. I like there to be a little bit of violence.
Not violent. Frustrated. Okay. It's misconstrued.
Oh, I get it. I don't think you're violent. You're too nice of a man.
Exactly.
Okay, Fatfist is loving it. He called him a fairy. Says his dad calls people that. So brought him back. See, my dad calls people schmucks.
Yeah, I even left my hat at home today.
Yeah. I didn't bring in the leather chair.
I didn't deserve the leather chair. I'm surprised I didn't come in with a beer crate.
Can you give us a leche? I got to go make some bets.
Yeah, of course I can.
Thank you.
Leche Los Bookmakers.